Paul, Bunyan, and Babe the Blue Ox. Paul Bunyan was a giant lumberjack. He stood 63 axe handles high. Give or take a handle. When Paul shouted timber and swung his axe, hundred trees would fall. 100 trees would fall. Back in Paul's day, America was growing fast. The people needed wood to build houses and towns. Farmers needed wild land cleared so they could grow crops. Paul showed an early talent for knocking down trees. As a baby, he rolled over in sleep one night and knocked down a mile of Maine forest. Maine forest. He always knew he'd be a lumberjack, and soon it was time to follow his dream. I'm off to log the North Woods, he told his parents. Good luck, son, they said. Watch your step. Paul got a job at a logging camp. Chopping down trees was easy, but he wished he had someone with him to help him haul the logs to the river. Then came a winter of a blue snow. Beautiful blue snow fell for days. Paul came across a snowdrift big as big as houses, with two hairy blue ears sticking out of it. Moo! It softly bellowed. Sticky. Paul lifted those ears, and out came a sickly baby ox that had been stuck in the snow. The ox was blue all over from the cold. Paul brought the ox back to camp and cared for him all night. In the morning, the ox was feeling better, but he stayed blue. He licked Paul on the neck. Paul laughed. I'll call you Babe, he said. They went off to Michigan. Where Paul set up his own logging camp. Babe grew like crazy and soon was big that folks could hardly see him end to end. None of local watering holes were big enough for Babe to drink from. Paul solved that problem by using his axe to dig the Great Lakes. Paul's logging camp was filled with hundreds of lumberjacks. They were all hungry bunch. There were a hungry bunch. Their favorite food was pancakes. More pancakes they'd call, but the cooks couldn't make enough. Sourdough Sam, the chief cook, feared that men would quit if they didn't get more pancakes. Don't worry, Sam. I'll solve this, Paul said. Paul sat and threw about the problem a while. Then he and Babe disappeared. About a week later, Babe returned to camp pulling an iron griddle. That griddle was a mile wide if it was an inch. Paul had built it in the big city. When Sam saw the griddle, his eyes nearly popped out of his head. "Now we're cooking," he cried. Paul ordered a fire well under the griddle. Babe, eager to help, drank all the water out of the lake. The cooks used the empty lake bed as a bowl to mix the batter in. Men strapped slabs of bacon on their boots and skated around the griddle. When it was all greased up, the cooks poured their batter. Soon 500,000 pancakes were bubbling in the griddle. There were even pipeline of syrup going straight to the tables. The lumberjacks were finally happy, and no one ever quit Paul's camp. Those pancakes were too good. When the logging was done in one spot, Paul simply lifted the camp on wheels, and Babe pulled it into a new place. One time, they set their camp next to Twisty River in Wisconsin. The river was crooked that the logs the lumberjacks sent floating would end up in an awful jam. For weeks at a time, the sawmill mills downriver was waiting for the logs that never came. Paul set his teeth in a pine tree. Paul sat picking his teeth in a pine tree while he thought about the problem. Paul had oil and blacksmiths. His blacksmith forged a giant chain. He hooked one end to the chain, Babe's harness, and the other end to the river. "Pull, Babe," he commanded. Babe pulled. Sweat powered off Babe, but the river wouldn't budge. "Pull harder." The muscles Babe grunted and pulled them harder. The muscles in his neck stood out like tree roots. His legs dug into the earth. His belly nearly touched the ground, but the old river was crooked as ever. Then Paul saw a bend in the river give a shiver. "It's working," he cried. Babe let out a bellow that was heard all the way to Kansas. He gave a mighty tug, causing the river to snap like a wimp. Then a crack. With a crack, it lay straight as a flagpole. Everyone cheered. Flag struck out his chest with pride, so much that his buttons popped out of his shirt. Paul and Babe went on to do many more great things. They were last seen working in the vast wilderness of Alaska. Folks up there say they still sometimes hear the mighty voice in the woods calling out timber, followed by a rumbling moo.